We are recording. All right, today you're going to start sitting. Ball can be between the knees and the ring in your hands. Now. All right, shoulder blades back and in, tall spine, bend those knees as much as you need to, whatever position is comfortable with your feet. Arms are gently reaching forward, so let the shoulder blades drop. And again, the goal here is to stay relaxed through the neck, so really being mindful of that. So if you want to allow your ring to rest on your shins, you're welcome to do that for this first part as well. So feel the inhale, get the rib cage to expand, and as you exhale, allow yourself to relax. So think about being directly on those sit bones. And just begin to slow yourself down and quiet everything down. And then gently picking the ring up off those legs if they're on. Take an inhale, feel your shoulder blades push apart just because of the breath. Reach those fingers forward. And as you exhale, feel the rib cage draw in, feel those shoulder blades slide back. Inhale. It's a very small motion here, but you're getting that ring to push. You're not really doing any work. Again, you're letting the breath do it one more time. And then we'll add a little bit of intentional motion. All right, so this time, inhale, let the breath do its job to pull the shoulder blades apart, and then add just a little bit extra. And as you exhale, again, let the breath do its part, and then add that little bit extra. Just a few more here. Begin to feel the breath expand you and contract. One more time. And then go ahead and ring off to the side for a moment. Hands are on your shins. You're squeezing in on George gently. Take an inhale, head nod. Feel the rib cage expand. As you exhale, you're slowly going to begin to round your spine forward. So checking in and seeing what's going on here. Take an inhale, feel the rib cage expand, and then exhale and slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slowly begin to round yourself forward. Inhale, feel that rib cage expand, exhale back up. So again, think about that equal curve in the spine. So it's easy to get that upper back to round. So think about the low back. Think about drawing up and in. You got this nice smooth arc going on with your spine. We got one more like this. And up. All right, ring can go, stay off to the side for a minute. There we go. All right, so go ahead and come down onto your back. Ball stays between your knees. George stays between the knees. Toning balls in your hand. Arms are down by your side. Palms are going to be flat on the toning ball, and elbows are going to be lifted. So again, working on isolating the shoulder blades. So just take an inhale here. Feel the rib cage expand. Notice what the shoulder blades do. Exhale. Again, feel the rib cage draw in. Notice what the shoulder blades do. As you inhale, feel the expansion. Allow the shoulder blades to shrug up toward the ears a little bit. And then as you exhale, you're sliding those hands on those balls and you're reaching those fingertips away. So shoulder blades go up. Think about staying broad across the collarbone. That's part of this. So you're level with the arm. It's parallel to the ground, and you're just sliding the shoulder blades up and down. Again, nice small motion. Think about the neck stays relaxed. Elbows are staying lifted. So those arms can really reach long. Ribs are going to stay down. Last one here. All right, back to neutral. Just check in for a moment. And then inhale, give me that little head nod. Exhale and release. So again, if you'd like to start that head nod with your eyes, inhale. Look down over your knees, and then the back of the neck lengthens. As you exhale, eyes to the ceiling, then your head releases. So take your time here and really begin to feel what is it like for the eyes to do the movement, and then do a few without the eyes. Or if you've been doing it without the eyes, do a few with. You can really feel something's going on in the base of your skull here. All right, last time. So inhale, head nod. Exhale, engage through the core. Fire all of this up. Inhale, release. Head nod. Exhale, Feel the draw up and in, feel the draw down on those ribs, engaging through that core. Inhale, release, head nod, exhale, core engages. So you're getting those different layers to engage and wrap. So you're feeling that draw up, should be bone to navel, the pelvis is staying still, and then at the end, you're feeling those ribs drop down. Those are your external obliques. So you got transverse, internal, and then external. So you got 3 layers of abdominals. All right, one more. And this next time, we're going to engage first, squeeze in on George, and then use the abdominals instead of the neck to slowly curl up. So hands are sliding on those Tony balls if you've got them. Inhale, and then exhale slowly. Engage to the core. Use the abs to slowly roll yourself in. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl, and then slowly roll up. Inhale, and then slowly roll down. Just a couple more here. So again, pay attention to the neck. Take your time. Use your breath. If you need to put a hand behind the head, you know my neck is preferring that these days. Hey, I'm getting stronger. I can do a few without the head now. Pull slowly up. I find the more I'm on the computer, the more I have to use my arms. Last one here. And then release. Go ahead and let George drop down and put both feet on the ball. So coming into hip release. So we're just going to start off. Pelvis stays in neutral. Keep this connection. Keep the back of the neck long. And as you inhale, you're slowly sliding those legs out straight. And then as you exhale, you're pulling straight in. So again, notice the pelvis stays in neutral. Inhale, slide out. Exhale, core engages and pull in. One more time, and then we're going to have a few changes. Now we're really getting the femurs in the hip sockets to move. So same thing you just did. Slide out on inhale, and then knees and toes turn out, and you're going to pull out and up, back to center. So we have 3 times here total. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull and around. One more time. And again, if this breath doesn't work, as long as you're breathing, I'm really happy. All right, reversing it. So the knees go out and then slide straight. Knees come center and pull in. Out, slide straight, center, and pull in. We got one more. Out, slide straight, center, and pull in. All right, knees to chest. Check in for a moment. And then go ahead and flip over onto your side. George can go between the knees if you like, George. Tony ball can go in hands if you have the Tony balls. All right, so bottom rib is lifted. Long spine, knees and hips both at 90 degrees. Again, we're going to do our 2 different variations. So we're going to do the small variation first. So I'm going to not use the Tony ball so I can talk. So as you inhale, slowly float that top arm to the ceiling. So keep this relationship of the arm and the torso. Keep the pelvis still. Turn the rib cage back. So head can be wherever's comfortable. Inhale, stay there. Feel that reach out from that shoulder socket. Exhale, pull back around. When you're ready, inhale the arm up. Exhale, turn the rib cage. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Again, straight across the shoulders to the fingertips. One more time here. Inhale up. Exhale, turn the rib cage. Again, working on that thoracic isolation. And this time we're getting the whole body involved. So as you inhale, arm up to the ceiling like it's been, and then shift your hips back, squeezing into the ball, round your low back. Now turn your rib cage. Keep that relationship across both shoulders down to the fingertips. Exhale, pull yourself all the way back around. Again, inhale up, exhale, shift, round, twist. Yeah, feel the whole body getting involved. One more, and then I'm going to add on to this today. Nothing terribly new for you, but just someplace we haven't done it before. All right, so it's going to be inhale, twist, and the top leg extends. Heel presses out. Exhale, shift, twist. Keep pressing that heel out. Even let that leg come up toward your shoulders a little bit more, and then slowly pull back around on exhale. So inhale, up, leg out, exhale, slowly rolling back, shifting the hips. Let the leg come toward the head, get that thoracic to turn, and then pull around. Let's do 2 more since this is a new variation. And again, notice what you're feeling as you're shifting the hips, as you're reaching that leg. Maybe you don't want George anymore. We always want George, but maybe you don't want him for this one. Maybe he limits your range of motion. And so inhale up, oops, straighten the leg, exhale, twist, shift. So keep reaching that leg higher if you're able, and then all the way back around. All right, other side. Woo, George, come back. I didn't mean we didn't like you. We do want you. You're so good, George. All right. Again, starting off with a really simple one now, right? All right, bottom ribs up. George between the knees, squeeze in. Top arm reaches forward, so just that thoracic twist. So pelvis is staying still. I'm gonna do it without the toning ball. You can use it. Inhale up, squeeze into George. Keep the pelvis still. Just turn the rib cage. Where does that neck need to go to be relaxed? Inhale, stay. Exhale, bring yourself back around. Again, inhale up. Exhale, pelvis stays still. Turn just the thoracic. Long through that low back. And again, where does your head need to go to be comfortable? We got one more here. Inhale up, exhale. Twist the thoracic, your rib cage. Inhale, exhale, back around. All right, adding on to the lower body, so the full body. Inhale up, exhale. Shift the hips, round your low back. Turn the rib cage. Again, where does your head want to go when you're back here? Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull all the way back. So inhale up, shift, round, exhale, twist and turn. So it feels a little different if your head looks toward the front versus toward that back hand. One more time here. So inhale up, exhale, shift, round, twist. Where does your head want to go? Inhale and back around. All right, adding that top leg in. So as you inhale, straighten the arms, straighten that leg. As you exhale, slowly twist back, bring that leg towards you. Inhale, exhale, bring yourself back around. George, come back. I was sad. I was sorry. All right. Inhale, up. Exhale, twisting, lifting that leg a little higher. Inhale, stay. Exhale, back around. We got two more like this. So let everything happen. We just add a little bit more onto our regular twist. You still have that shift. You still have the rounding. You still have the rib cage turning. Back around. Was that 3 or 4? Let's do one more. Okay, thank you. So inhale, up, exhale, round, twist. And then all the way back around to where you started. All right, you're gonna go face down. If you have toning balls, they can go underneath your hands. Legs will go out long. George underneath the breastbone. We don't want him to be bolting again, so we'll just keep using him. We will use that ring again momentarily. All right, so arms are going to be out long, palms on, elbows up. So let your head drop. So if you need to find something to put under your head to make it more comfortable, you're welcome to. So again, take a few breaths here. Feel your breath expanding that back bottom rib. As you exhale, slowly back in. Inhale, allow the shoulder blades to shrug up toward the ears. Exhale, slide back down. So again, you're feeling the shoulder blades move, your neck is staying relaxed. One more. And this time, as you exhale, push down on the ball. George goes forward, breastbone is long, you're pulling in with the arms, and then slowly inhale, release down. As you exhale, core engages, hands press down, gently push the ball forward. Stay long through the low back. Remember, you're feeling for George rolling, and he is keeping the weight of your body on him. Long through that low back. Just check in, see how that feels. One more time like this. All right, core is engaged. Arms now come down by your sides. The toning balls can stay overhead. Palms are up to start. So this is your hover line lift. So as you inhale, shoulder blades pull back and in. Reach the hands for the fingers. Hands toward the knees. There we go. As you exhale, slowly push into that nice long hover line. Inhale. Think about it. Breath across the collarbones. And then exhale and slowly release yourself back down. Let the shoulder blades round. Start with your inhale. Shoulder blades reach the arms. As you exhale, lift to hover line. Back of the neck is long, bobblehead. And then exhale and release down. Got 2 more like this. Inhale, open. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more. And release. Go ahead and check in for a moment. And then George can come out, but don't throw him away. He doesn't like that. And go ahead and grab your ring. So this is the coordination challenge. A ring goes between your ankles, and then you're going to flip over onto your abs again. So knees should be mat width apart. See, it happens to all of us. You lose the ring sometimes. All right. So you got a little bit of pressure on the ring. Upper body's going to stay nice and relaxed. Core is engaged. Think about that. Belly button's coming up off the platform. As you exhale, gentle press into the ring, and then you're going to fire those glutes, and then inhale, let go. So just that much for the first few. Exhale, core, press in, get those glutes to fire. And again, notice where you're feeling the glutes firing. Here. This is hamstrings. This is glutes. All right, so now we're adding the lift if it's appropriate and you're ready for it. So exhale, core, zip, glutes, and then knees come off the mat. Stay for inhale, stay out of the low back, and then release. Exhale, core, press, glutes, lift, inhale, and then slow on that exhale. Check in. How's the low back feeling? Any discomforts? 1, make your movement smaller. 2, re-engage through the core and make sure you're set before you start your movement. So let's do 1 more here. And then release. Go ahead and take the ring out. Ring off to the side for a moment. And then go ahead and sit back into shell. Actively engaging those abdominals to get that low back to round. And again, it can be wherever's most appropriate for you. So again, think about this being active. So exhale, core engages. Inhale, release. Exhale, core engages. Focusing on particularly that low back tucking and rounding. All right, and then come on around onto your back again. You're going to need the ring underneath your ankles. Bring all the other toys up by your head, because I don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll figure it out as we go. All right, I got the ring under the ankle part. How's that for a start? All right. Oops. There we go. All right, so George off to the side for just a moment. Again, we'll keep him in the picture because he likes attention today. Toning balls are going to come down by your sides. I got this. I know what I'm doing. We're going to the 100, but we're not doing 100. All right, so minimize the bounce on the ring. So go ahead and just practice bouncing the ring, see what happens. Whee! Everything kind of moves, okay? So that is your biofeedback that something is disengaged or needs to be engaged better, that you're out of alignment, that you're using something other than your core to do the work. Oh, well, there you go. If you need George, if you need a little support with your head, you can use George. Okay, leave George up there for now. I'll need him in a minute. All right, so core is engaged. Think about long spine. You got a little bit of that imprint going on. And then lift the arms up. Palms are going to be down. Inhale. Head nod. Start with the eyes. Exhale. Core zips and you lift up. So starting with the palms down. So it's inhale with the palms down. And then exhale with the palms up. Take your time here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Okay, so now I should stop bouncing on my ring now that I'm set. So the arm movement comes from the shoulder and the socket. The ribs are staying still. This is actually quite luxurious here. Also get a little myofascial release on the back of my neck. I'm doing good at counting the 5s. I have no idea what set we're on. We'll exhale. One more set of inhale and exhale. And exhale. Inhale, stay, and then exhale, release. All right, George can come out from under the head. You can leave him there, of course, if you would like. All right, so from here, left leg stays on the ring, right leg to tabletop. Feel free to readjust the ankle a little bit if you need to. All right, core is engaged. I want you to lift to neutral. So your tailbone's a little bit heavier into the mat. So challenging that ability to stay neutral, keep those ribs closed. As you inhale, that right leg drops out to the side as far as you can control. The left obliques are really where that control comes from. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, core engages, drop the leg out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop the leg out. We got one more like this. Exhale, drop the leg out. Inhale to center. All right, fingertips behind the head. Inhale, give me that head nod. Exhale, core engages, curl yourself up. Now, same movement with the leg, but you're lifted this time. So exhale, drop the leg out. Inhale, back to center. So what happened to your range of motion? Are you still in neutral? So abs are in, feel that draw up and in, feel that drop down. I think we have one more. And then release. All right, keep your tabletop if you can, take a break if you need to. We're going into one leg circles. If you'd like that leg to go straighter, you're welcome to. You can go anywhere from tabletop to straight. All right, so again, think about that left hip pressing into the ground, no movement in your ring. As you inhale, the leg comes in and away. As you exhale, it comes up and pauses. Inhale, in and away. Exhale, comes up and pauses. We got 3 more. So keeping that thigh pointing the same direction the whole time. We got one more here. And before we go to the other side, we're going to make a slight change. So fingertips behind your head. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl up. Now the circle goes the other direction. So inhale, the leg goes away. Exhale, come back in and pause. Again, what happened to your range of motion? Come back in and pause. So make sure the pelvis is still, the ring is still. Believe we have 2 more. Last one. And then slowly release down, knee into chest. And then extend that right leg out, get it centered on the ring. And left leg comes to tabletop. Might have to reposition yourself a little bit if you need, so that you are straight onto that ring. All right, core engages. Now this time the right side is engaged. You're in that slight imprint. Try to keep the knee over that hip. So core engages. On exhale, you're slowly dropping that right leg or left leg out to the side. Inhale, slowly back to center. So making sure this right hip stays down. So again, noticing what you feel. You're working to control that rotation that wants to happen. Notice what's happening at the leg. I believe this is our last one here. Fingertips behind the head. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, curl up. Again, light pressure with the head, pushing back. 4 more times. Exhale, left leg goes out. Inhale, center. What happened to your range of motion? Inhale, center. 2 more. Inhale, center. Last one. And inhale, center. Release down. All right, check in, reset if you need to. Now bringing that low back to neutral. So you have that little bit of space. You have a little bit more weight on your tailbone. So coming into circles, so we're going to go inward first. So as you inhale, that leg comes forward and down. Exhale, come back around and back to center. So feel that femur turning in that hip socket. It's like a little joystick on the old Atari PlayStations. I don't know what they have on PlayStations these days. All right, last, we got 1 more. We're doing 5s. Again, check in. All right, fingertips behind the head. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Leg goes to the outside now. So exhale away, slowly come back in, center. Exhale away. Check in with the ring. Check in with that right hip. Make it smaller if you need more control. Again, head pushes back into the hands. I got one more. And then slowly release the knee. Release the legs. Both knees can come into your chest. Check in. See how you're feeling. Rock around that low back. And then both feet to the ground. Toys can go out of the way. We're going to need George back. We don't want to leave him alone too long today. George between the knees. All right, starting off with hip rolls, and then we'll distinguish between a hip roll and a shoulder bridge. All right, so rib to hip distance. You can put fingers and thumbs in the appropriate spots if you want to control or be aware of it this way. So gentle pressure in on the ball. Feel that inner thighs engage, pelvic floor lift. You get that draw up, you get that drop down. Take an inhale, exhale. Get that reconnect, and then gently lengthening the low back, firing the glutes, and slowly rolling up as high as you're comfortable going and keeping that low back long. Ribs stay down. On the next exhale, you're slowly articulating yourself down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take an inhale, exhale, engage. Slowly roll yourself up. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll yourself back. Again, two more like this. Notice as you repeat this, how you feel. Do you feel like your spine is changing as you go? All right, so this time stay in this neutral position. So now fingers and thumbs, if they're on the hips, pointers, and the ribs, they're staying the same distance. You're hinging right at that exhale, femur in the hip socket. Inhale, exhale, slowly release down. So as you're releasing back down, tailbone hits first. There's no articulation. Exhale, glutes, lift. Reach the knees over the toes, and then slowly place that sacrum back on the ground. Last one. And then we're going to kind of integrate the two. So as you exhale, I want you to roll up. Take an inhale at the top. Stay long. Hinge down. So you just went straight onto that sacrum. Now exhale, hinge up. And then roll down. All right, so from here, hinge up. Hinge down, roll up, hinge down, trying to keep you on your toes, hinge up again, and then roll down, and then one more time. I want you to hinge up and stay. So working with the glutes and working with the obliques. So you should actually are in neutral right now. It might feel like it's a little bit of an imprint. Think about heels are pulling in, the knees are reaching over the toes. So I want you to imprint more on one side. So your right rib and hip come a little bit closer together and they sink toward the ground some. Inhale, exhale, the left. Inhale, exhale. So again, working on feeling this diagonal line. So as you're exhaling on the right side, you're going to feel the right rib go to that left hip. And release. Left rib toward the right hip. And release. One more. All right, that was oblique control. Now we're going to do glutes. So I want you to think about that right glute relaxes. Keep the left engaged. Bring it back up. Left glute. And bring it back up. So think about the glutes, but I still want you aware of what's going on at the hip, at the ribs. So instead of feeling that distance shorten, you're still feeling that connection, but the sides are staying equally long. We're not shortening on this one. We're just rotating. Okay, we got one more time with the right. Started there, I know that much. Finish with the left. And then slowly release yourself down. Articulation of the spine. Knees into your chest. And check in. See how you feel. Okay, George gets to go between the ankles. I know he doesn't get to do this very often. Legs straight toward the ceiling or as straight as you can get them, and then imprint. So that's going to put your legs someplace different. So someplace where you're not feeling the strain on the low back, that's fine. Arms can go out to T, more of a challenge. They go up to the ceiling, even more of a challenge. You're adding toning balls. I'm going to do this so my next day is happy with me. All right, so take an inhale here. As you exhale, I want you to rock your pelvis just a little bit so your left hip comes up and the weight goes into your right. So this is a very small range of motion. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, core engages. Feel that rotation. Inhale, exhale, back to center. So it's just like when we had our hips lifted and we were engaging, disengaging the glutes. So your rib to hip is staying equally long on both sides. You're just getting an offset. Okay, so feel that connection. The right rib is sliding, or the left, let's go with the right hip sliding more toward that left rib laterally. Now the left to the right laterally. So again, noticing this. So the spine is truly rotating again. It's not flexing, not going sideways. Your knees are pointing the same direction the whole time. We got one more, squeezing in on George, and then slowly release down, knees to chest. Check in, see how you feel. Excuse me. And then go ahead and come up. We're going to work on half roll back. So let's do ring around the knees. So you can do the ring literally around the knees. You can step through what is more comfortable for you. Toning balls in hand if you would like. I am not going to do that so I can talk. All right, George, someplace close so he feels loved. All right, oops, he wants to come closer. Hold on. All right, so arms go forward. George is having a day, let me tell you. Take an inhale, long spine. As you exhale, push out on the ring. Pull the pubic bone up and slowly roll the pelvis back. So your eye line staying forward, your ribs are just setting backward. You're really focused on feeling the low back round. Inhale, stay here. You're keeping that press out on the rings. As you exhale, slowly roll yourself back forward as far as you can go with the ring in the way. And then inhale, back up. I'm going to keep my ring there. All right, so inhale, exhale, pull up and slowly roll. Again, feel the abdominals working here. Stay. Inhale, exhale, and up. We got one more like this. Exhale, roll. Exhale, up, and release. Coming into obliques, roll back. So as you exhale, start your roll, and then you're going to pull the right elbow back, and you're going to reach that right arm forward. So stay looking forward for this one. Feel the reach. Try to keep that head center. Inhale, up. Exhale, roll back first, and then you're adding that rotation. Head goes center. Inhale, up. We got one more set like this. Core, feel that connection. Feel length in your spine. Pull that elbow behind you. Last one like this. Pushing out on your ring. And this time when you go, I want you to look back. So look back. Notice your range of motion changes. Notice how it feels on your neck. Core, zip, reach, look. Again, it just gets into fascial lines differently once we start changing the position of the head. Last one here. And release. All right, go ahead and take the ring off. Ring can go on the inside of your knees, or you can go back to George if he's whimpering for attention. All right, so same movement we just did, but now feeling it with the inner thighs engaged. All right, so core zips, exhale, pull back. I'll let you decide head back or head forward, and then up. We only have 2 sets, but then we're moving on. It's fun. So you want to look back, you want to look forward. Last. And then center, go ahead and release, relax those hip flexors. And then back up to the tall, straight spine. So do you prefer the resistance between the knees or around the outside of the knees? You can go to whichever one you want to. Your call entirely. And then going back to sitting up straight, pressing in, pressing out. Do your thing at the knees, arms forward. Give me a little imprint here. All right, so from here, exhale, hinging back, pelvis rocks back on your fingers. So your spine is staying straight. You can tuck your chin a little bit If you need to for the neck, inhale, and then exhale, slowly bring yourself back up. So that spine hasn't changed position. So when you come back to the top, you should feel like you were where you started. Exhale, core zips, keep that spine straight, press down with the legs, squeeze in on the ring, push out on the ring, whatever one working for you right now. We got one more. So think about that core. Again, nice long spine, and then up. Shake it out for a minute. All right, back to position, playing with the arms. So you can use Tony ball, you can use ring in the hands. You have options here. All right, so ring is forward, core zips, give me that imprint. As you exhale, hinge back, inhale, take the arms up, exhale, bring the arms down. 2 more times, exhale, arms up, stay long through the low back. And again, if you need to round the low back to stay in control, please do so. No discomfort in the low back. And this time, up. All right, same thing. Hinge back. Keep that imprint. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more time. Up, down, and then forward. Shake it out. Nice job. And then George chooses to roll away. All right, sitting Indian style, whatever's comfortable for you. And then have the ring somewhere where you can get both hands on it, shoulder blades are back. George is once again whimpering. Man, it's a needy ball today. All right, so tall spine. So take an inhale. And I want you, as you inhale, think about pushing down on the ring just a little bit. So you feel the ribs start to lift away. You're getting that sense of elongation in the spine. Stay still. Exhale, release. Inhale, you're pushing down. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, you're pushing down. So you're creating space for your waist here. So make sure you're back on those sit bones. So right hand's gonna stay on the ring. The left hand can stay on, but it's on top. So take an inhale, press down, and as you exhale, you're gonna rotate to the left. You're opening up. Inhale, slowly come back to center and release the ring. Inhale, push down, grow tall. Exhale, feel that connection with the core, and then you're slowly rotating to the right, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Again, press down on inhale. Exhale, you're engaged, you're twisting. Inhale, back. All right, we're changing that arm position again. So inhale, the arm goes out to the side, you push down on the ring, you lift. Exhale. Look over the hand as you're twisting. Notice how your range of motion increases. Inhale, back to center, and take a break. Say hi to the cat this time. Inhale, lifting up as you're pushing down, arm out. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Hello, sky. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Oh my goodness. It is a very needy day, isn't it? All right, going to the other side. Some days are just like that. You can come into the lap a little bit more. We won't mind. All right, so whatever hand this is, this one's staying just bent for now. Inhale, I'm totally distracted. Exhale, just a little rotation. So trying to keep your head more forward and release. So we're really not letting anything but the spine do the work here. So inhale, tall, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, tall. All right, so we're adding the long arm now. So inhale, push down, grow tall. Exhale, twist. Look with the arm. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, release. Say hi to the cat. Inhale, tall. The arm goes out. Exhale. Inhale, center. How do right and left compare? Again, working on sense of that body awareness. Exhale into that twist. Inhale and release. Shake it out. So coming around to shell, but I want you to be on all fours. If that bothers your knee, you can do it standing with your hands on a chair. You go to see a hi to the kitty though. Don't worry, we're getting our way into side leg series. I have not forgotten. I know you wouldn't you're really worried about that. All right, so all fours, zip and engage, and then exhale. Start from the tailbone and gently tuck under. So again, if you're standing and the hands are on the chair, same exact thing. The spine action is going to say the same. Inhale, slowly start from the tailbone, straighten yourself back out. Exhale, core engages, pubic bone pulls up, round through the low back, equal curve in the whole spine. Inhale, release. One more time like this, core engages, so feel that stability. All right, stay here this time. And now keeping this roundness, and if you're standing, your knees stay in place, but I want you to shift back. So exhale, feel yourself shift back, and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, shift back. So keep that round. So you're feeling your weight go into the knees. I'll demonstrate with the chair here. As you exhale, my knees were not caring for that either, so this is good for me to demo. And release. All right, this time go back and stay. So I want you to find that point, bring yourself forward a little bit. Where can you go and lift the hands up? So shift your weight back a little bit, keep that rounding, see where you can go and get those hands to lift. And again, it's the same thing standing. Except that the cat really wanted to be picked up when I was standing. All right, so core is engaged, you're here. So exhale, lift up. So stay, stay, stay. So hands are up. Now try to push your weight forward just a little bit so the glutes are firing. What's your tipping point? At what point do you start to lose form, lose control? The fingertips start to touch. You're starting to fall forward. Find that edge. I want you to balance on that edge. And then slowly fingertips down, weight comes forward. Release your spine. All right, and then again, exhale, tuck the tailbone around your low back, round the spine, then shift your weight back. Press out even a little bit with the knees. Find that balance, keep the tops of the feet down, pick the hands up, stabilize. Again, play with that razor's edge. Feel the core engage, it's gonna give you a nice stretch to the low back. You should still be able to inhale and get the rib cage to expand. And then slowly release. If you have your toning balls handy, have them close, they're still on the ground. Okay, so from here, let's do this one first. All right, so core engages, round that low back, shift back, find your balance point, poop, pick the hands up. And then pick one toning ball up. All right, so with your hands, you're gonna toss the toning ball side to side. Again, just working on that dynamic balance. Can everything else stay in place as you toss the ball to yourself? You're allowed to laugh and really think about what you're feeling through the core. So we're distracting you a little bit with play. Wee, wee. How's that body position doing? Are you still in that same body position? Feel the knees press out, the glutes engage. Go ahead and come forward. And release. Shake it out. Wag the tail if you need to. All right, then we're going to do a little bounce. So we were working with this one last time. All right, so hands on the toning balls. And again, if you don't have toning balls, you're just pretending you do. You can do this without the toning balls as well. All right, so round the low back. You're sitting back. Your core is engaged. Lift the hands up. Palms stay down. And then you're slowly going to rock forward and then push back. Rock forward, push back. So the goal here is that the spine stays the same. Elbows are going to bend a little bit. So shoulders will move a little bit, but you're trying to keep that same body position. And it's not such a big bounce that you're going crazy here. But again, has the element of control. Push. 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 Two more. And then release. Go ahead and sit back into shell. Wherever that works for you. If it feels better to go into a neutral spine instead, you're welcome to. Feel free to rock your hips or wag the tail. Oh, now we have side leg series. Something normal. Yay! All right. No toys. Sorry, George. I know. One of those days. And let me get all the toys out of the way, except for George, who needs to be in the picture today. So George can be under that top hand if you want to. There we go, we can use George. All right, so bottom leg is bent a little bit for that stability. Top hip reaches long, not reaches, bottom ribs up. All right, so gentle pressure in George, keep that shoulder relaxed. As you inhale, slowly press that top leg forward. You got 2 little presses total, and then the foot points and you gently extend. So think about core. I want the core to stay still this time as you take the leg back. So truly get into those hip flexors, keep that rib to hip distance the same. Inhale, bring it forward. You have 2 presses. Press, press. As you exhale, extend it back. Keep your spine still. Get you a little different stretch when you keep that spine still. Different activation of those muscles, core. So the glutes and the core are really opposing each other here. So they have to be balanced in order for you to be able to do that and keep the spine still. Ooh, point the toe. One more. And then that leg comes back to parallel. The bottom leg goes out straight. All right, top leg lifts, bottom leg joins it, and then slow on the way down. Top, bottom, and release. Inhale, exhale. More of a challenge, top arm to the ceiling. How high do you lift that top leg? How high can you go and lift that bottom leg and really challenge yourself to get to it? But be successful at it as well. 2 more. Last one. All right, so from here, hand comes back down. You're going to slide that top knee or foot just behind that top knee. And then as you inhale, keep the pelvis still, the knee opens out to the side. So again, the important thing here is the pelvis still. Exhale down. So that should be exhale up. Inhale down. So again, if you need stability, hands on George, relax the neck. So again, going for that mobilization of the femur in the pelvis. That little hook behind the knee kind of gives you that little tension, kind of like the ring when we were sitting and doing the twist. We got 2 more. Again, check in with that bottom rib. This time, stay up. All right, so keeping that knee up as high as you can keep it. So everybody's different here. All right, so you're slowly going to slide that leg down. Keep that rotation. Press through on the heel. And then you're going to flex or point the foot and slide it back up. So you're just sliding to the foot. You're just sliding to the knee. Don't need to go any higher than that. Again, working on that control, working on that rotation. Couple more. Try to get those knees into that straight position. Both legs are reaching there. Last one. You're going to keep that leg out long. You're going to parallel it, both legs parallel, and then exhale, lift that top leg, and then slowly lower it down. Again, pelvis stay still. Check in with the bottom ribs. Those obliques are checked in. How high do you lift? How high can you control and keep the pelvis still? All right, this time up and hold. All right, so think about the glute, think about that reach. Take your top arm, reach it long. So you got separation, fingers going one way, heel or toes going the other way. Now exhale, slow press back with that leg. Press back, press back. You gotta use your glutes, try to keep the knee and toe forward. You got that reach going on. Reach, that's helping you keep that bottom rib lifted. 2 more. Last one, and release down. All right, other side. Good job, George. All right. Again, find your setup. Bottom rib is lifted. Core is engaged. Toys are in the way. It's Problem with having too many toys, they get in the way. All right, bottom knee is bent a little bit, top leg parallel to the ground. All right, so again, hand on George, you need to for stability. So keeping the spine still, tailbone reaches toward the end of the mat. You have 2 presses forward with that foot. Again, what's your range of motion? And then as you exhale, core stays engaged, pelvis stays still, extend the leg behind you. So variation on side kick. So inhale, 2 presses forward, bottom rib is lifted. Exhale, press back. And again, this one, the spine is staying still. Sometimes we allow that spine to extend, but I really want you focusing on drawing up and in as you go back. Get a little hamstring stretch when you go forward. Get a hip flexor stretch as you go back. Get the glute to fire. All about the base. One more. And then that bottom leg is going to go out straight. Again, check in with alignment. And then that top leg lifts, the bottom leg to it, and then slow on the way down. It's inhale, exhale. Inhale the top leg, exhale the bottom leg comes up, and you lower. And again, this side may be different. How high can you lift that top leg and get the bottom leg to fully zip to it? And by leg, I mean knees or ankles or both. Toes do not count. 2 more. Last one. All right, so from here, okay, you're going to take that top leg, you're going to bring the knee, sorry, did that again, the foot behind that knee. Yeah, do this. And then exhale, you're slowly going to rotate that top knee toward the ceiling, clamshell variation. Inhale, bring it back. Core is stable, long spine. Again, this is working on rotation, so you really have to have a little bit more control of the core here than what we just did. And you're feeling the femur move in that hip socket. So pelvis is staying still. So if you're able to and that helps, you can have the hand on the hip. Again, working on developing that body awareness, sense of where you are in space. Notice the range of motion on this side. So for me, this is not quite the range of motion. All right, this time up and hold. So this is my range of motion. So I have more of a degree forward than on the other leg. So keep that angle, and you're slowly going to slide the leg out straight, press through on the heel, and then you're going to slowly bring it back up to the knee. And again, work on that rotation, especially as you're coming back up. Keep the rotation as you extend the leg, and then challenge it when you bring it back up. Pelvis stays perpendicular to the ground. One more. All right, and then that top leg goes straight, knees and toes forward. Exhale, slowly lift. Inhale, lower. And I don't remember if this is where we added the arm. I think it was on the next one we added the arm overhead. Try to keep the knees and toes forward. Again, bend. Bottom knee can bend if you need to, or if you have toys in the way. One more. All right, now I know that top arm goes overhead. Oh, look, okay. So as you exhale, slowly press back. Inhale, release. Exhale, core engages, press back. Core engages, press back. So keep the spine still. Again, you're getting that glute to fire. You're opposing it with the abdominals and that transverse in particular. Arm overhead helps you keep that rib lifted, so feel that. Have that added benefit. Get more reach out of the top arm. 2 more. Last one. And release. I hope that was everything on the other side. I think so. All right, on to your back again. Let's see where we are on time. George can go between the knees. All right, coming back into hip rolls to see how everything feels different. We'll do a few ab preps. We'll do a few head nods, not necessarily in that order, but we are starting with hip rolls. So as you exhale, gently engage, lengthen through the low back, Slowly roll yourself up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, slowly roll yourself back. So take your time. So notice how this feels different now than when we started. What's changed? Hopefully it's moving more smoothly. You're able to stay more in center. Maybe it feels like everything's moving on its own now as opposed to a couple of vertebrae moving together. Last one here. And then fingers should go behind your head. Start off with inhale. Give me the eyes over the knees and then lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, engage to the core, but lift those eyes back up. So just check in with that core connection, those abdominals. And how is that connection doing? And then adding an ab prep. So inhale, head nod. Exhale, core lift. Inhale, slowly lengthen out as you go down. So this is all controlled through here. Back of the neck stays long. Inhale, head nod. Exhale, core, engage. And then slowly down. One more time. And then slowly down. And then knees into chest. Check in. Rock around. And you are done for today. I think my toys need to go in timeout. They're a little rambunctious today. Or maybe I am. One of the two. I'm not sure which that is. Stop recording.